Well, we've spoken to top sailors, rugby league players and cricketers so far in this second series. Time to get back to the football, and apt perhaps that we are at a Premier League club whose nickname is an insect whose numbers are in real decline because of habitat loss, pesticide use and, yet you guessed it, climate change. But let's not focus on the bee, let's focus instead on Ben Mee.
Yes, the Brentford centre-back is certainly what you would call a purposeful player, using the huge platform football provides to talk to his audience about things like climate and make a positive impact.
Ben, good to see you.
Good to see you.
So the environment matters to you. How come?
I think I started taking more of an interest after having children. Obviously, the future really matters for them, their kids. I think just trying to change habits and do my little bit that I can in and around my life.
Tell us about the carbon neutral transfer from Burnley. What was that all about?
Yeah, well, we donated to Carbon Neutral Britain, to offset the emissions for my transfer. Ideally, we would have done it in an electric car coming down here, but I think the way transfers happen, it happened so fast, and we weren't able to sort of arrange that, and we ended up offsetting the carbon emissions, which was great. And next time, hopefully, we can do it really carbon neutral.
And here at the training ground, we can see you got the chargers. So you've got an EV. How did you get into electric vehicles, Ben?
Yeah, we're just moving to this lovely facility here, and we've got some chargers. But no, I've had my electric car for 18 months or so now, and it's something that I wanted to do for a while before that. Hopefully, the country will introduce more charging points to make it easy for people. Hopefully, it will reduce the cost of electric cars and provide incentives, which would be great. But no, I think hopefully it'll get there.
So what difference could going electric make? Well, Ben's journey to and from training is 9.4 miles. Let's say he does that 5 times a week, 40 weeks a year. Now imagine 24 other Brentford first teamers have a similar journey. In your average petrol car, that'd be a squad total of 47,000 miles, emitting 16.59 tonnes in CO2 equivalent. But if they were all in electric cars powered by 100% clean renewable energy, instead it'd be 1.4 tonnes, saving the equivalent of almost 11 flights from Heathrow to Beijing, a carbon emissions reduction of almost 92%.
Actually, just while we're at it, what are your plans for the rest of the day?
I've got no plans.
All right. Do you think Thomas Frank would mind awfully if we just took you for a quick spin?
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
And when we say quick spin, we mean it so very literally. Silverstone, the home of motorsport, prides itself as one of the most sustainable circuits in the world. They make plenty of efforts here to limit their carbon footprint. This place is also the home track of the greenest team in single-seater battery electric motorsport, Envision Racing. They've built the first ever 2-seater Formula E car, and ahead of season 9, it's making its track debut at Silverstone.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Alice Powell. How are you? I'm development driver and reserve driver for Envision Racing.
Fantastic, great to meet you, Alice. So give us the headline, stats and facts about this absolute beast.
So this is world's first all-electric 2-seater Formula racing car. You're going to reach up top speeds of about 240 kilometres an hour, and you're going to feel the power. It goes 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, so it shifts.
You're a climate advocate. In your opinion, how bad do you think things are?
Things are pretty bad. It's close to home. We've seen flash flooding around the world, but we've also seen fires here, so it's bad. And with championships like Formula E and Envision's race against climate change, really puts the message out there.
Overall, in terms of athletes and drivers, Alice, how much is knowledge improving? Are attitudes changing maybe?
Attitudes are definitely changing. Circuits encourage people to bring their own water bottle, so we're not having to buy loads of plastic bottles in. So it's going in the right direction, slowly, but with race against climate change and a bigger voice, it's going to get there. But we could talk about it all day. Right. I think it's time for you guys to get suited and booted, and we'll fit you in.
Let's do it, let's go.
On to the hot laps then. No poisonous fuel, no dirty exhaust fumes, just pure, clean electric power.
Let's do this. I am actually really nervous. Go on then. Whoa!
Yes, Alice, yes, Alice, yes, Alice. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What?
That is so fast.
Oh, wow. That is so mega.
Oh, some experience this.
That is so, but the wind. Oh my God, the wind.
Home straight. Put it down. Go on. Go on. Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
And breathe. Time to get some proper detail on the tech, as well as how the team champions climate, with Envision Racing's managing director, Sylvain Philippi.
Sylvain, the team's been in Formula E from the start. How have the cars evolved since then?
Well, as you see here next to me, we have a bit of a history of Formula E. So this is our first car, Generation 1. Actually, we needed 2 of these cars per driver to complete a race. It was the beginning of the technology. We only have 28 kilowatt-hour capacity in that battery, so not so much. If you move to Gen 2, that was a big step in technology. So in less than 3 years of R&D, we pretty much doubled the amount of energy in that car. We went from 28 to 52 kilowatt-hour, which enabled us to run a whole race with only 1 car. We're about to embark into the Gen 3 journey, the new car, which is an even bigger step. We're going to go 40% more power, and for the first time, the car is going to be lighter and smaller. So really big progress on the technology side. And of course, the car will be a lot faster.
Got to ask you about the batteries there, because there is some controversy here. The precious metals that are needed to make them, and then how you get hold of those metals as well. What's your take on that?
So for sure, there's a carbon cost, a carbon footprint to make that battery. That battery will at least live for 10 years in that car, and then that battery will have a second life as static energy storage for factories or warehouses for probably at least another 20 years.
In general, do you think the message of global warming is getting through to people?
Slowly but surely. I think, again, if you compare to a few years ago, the awareness, I think, is very much there. But what we need to do is really accelerate the pace. Mixing technology and sports is, we think, a really good way of reaching hundreds of millions of people through Formula E, and also educating about the future and showing that the future can be really great and really exciting.
It's the famous Nelson Mandela line. Sport has the power to change the world, and it does, potentially, if it's harnessed in the right way. Lots to take in, plenty to ponder over a cuppa.
Tell you what, I don't know what I was expecting, but that was mega for me. How did you find it?
What an incredible experience. It's not every day to go around Silverstone in a Formula E car. No, what fantastic! The acceleration, going around the corners, finding them bumps in the corners and coming out the corners,
you
and
feel
the speed.
Don't you?
Yeah, you feel everything. You're so low down. The speed of it, incredible.
Yeah. Alice, as a person, Envision as a racing team, to really get this conversation out there even more. Does that inspire you? Does that make you think, do you know what? I can just keep on doing more to be environmentally friendly, climate positive?
Yeah, I think it, looking at my own house, and looking at what I can do, it certainly encourages me to educate myself, to learn more about it, to keep learning, and to see what I can do as well around the subject. And coming to places like this, speaking to people, it certainly encourages me to do more.
Gen 3 car is the next stop then, Ben. I mean, fancy another go?
Why not? Hop in.
Easy, Ben. Envision Racing's latest car has just launched, top speed of just over 200 miles an hour. Sadly, our planet's decline is also accelerating. If we are to slam the brakes on the climate emergency, it's not just Envision and Ben who have to do their bit. Other leaders in sport need to inspire fans to live more low carbon, use the sporting spectacle as the vehicle to carry that vital message. Race to zero emissions or red flag for the planet? The choice is as clear as day. David Garrido, Sky Sports, Silverstone.